I'm Michael Mills. I'm a board member of Preservation Alliance. I've been with the organization for almost 9 years, having come to the state from Washington, D.C. and bringing some expertise here and supporting preservation advocacy and activities here in the state. Working with the State Historic Preservation Office and other preservation organizations, whether it be Historic Landmarks Commissions and other nonprofits, to promote historic preservation and preservation of our resources here in the state. We're doing things such as trades workshops, as we're doing here today, helping show what folks are doing with the hands-on aspects, as well as the consultants. We have historic preservation landscape folks, folks that are dealing with the built materials, working through preservation issues here in the state.
Preservation Alliance of West Virginia is your statewide grassroots organization supporting historic preservation in the Mountain State. Since 1982, PAWV has been working to preserve West Virginia's unique and precious cultural heritage for the benefit of present and future generations. PAWV supports historic preservation through education, advocacy, outreach, and technical assistance. While the Alliance is concerned with the preservation of things, the organization also helps people retain places that mean something to them.
Some of the activities we do are affecting legislation, educating people, educating the public, and then also trying to provide some direct services to historic properties and people who manage and own historic properties.
On a very practical level, the value of our historic material lies in tourism, historic tourism. People are willing to travel to visit and get to know their history. And if we get rid of our historic material, then there is nothing to tell the story with. You can point all you want to a place in the space where something used to stand, and you cannot tell the story that way. You have to point to the structure that's there today in order to be able to tell the story that goes with it from the past.
It's our history. It's where we came from. Every building in the world has got a history. It's got a life. People lived there. People poured their heart and soul into it. I've been doing preservation for 40 years, and at this point in my life, I can go in a building and pretty much feel the events that have happened in that building.
The importance of preserving the landscape or restoring landscapes is that contextual aspect of telling the full story in addition to what's being told with historic preservation, restoration, and architecture. And also a lot of times, for example with Civil War battles, there is no architecture to preserve. It's really talking about the events that happened on the land, specific to a battle or specific to architecture, the vernacular landscape, how people used the land to tell the story of how we got here to where we are today.
We take a structure and we take someone's memory and bring it to life. That's what preservation's about. It's about the way people remember a building and then putting it back that way. And that's probably one of the most rewarding parts of our job.
When engaged in historic preservation, we're participating in an environmentally friendly activity that PAWV has been part of for 30 years. Demolition projects are one of the leading producers of landfill waste. Preservation projects require that we recycle construction materials and the energy employed to build special locales like your downtown or elementary school. Many people do not want to see the places that mean something to them destroyed or thrown into a garbage dump, but they aren't sure how to save these buildings, structures, or landscapes from destruction. If you're wondering how Preservation Alliance can help you, contact us at www.pawv.org.